Good evening. It's Friday. So we're now on episode 60. 60 weeks of listening to me talking absolute waffle. Good evening. So tonight, it's going to be probably quite short and sweet, but absolute quality because we've had some beautiful Fred Perry arrive this week. So it's nice to have a little bit of break from consistent sort of Carhartt and Penfield deliveries and have a little bit of variety, which is hopefully what I'm kind of aiming for the next few weeks. So this week we're going to do Fred. Hopefully, well, next week will be Wolsey. And possibly, I'd like, if I can squeeze Deus in, I will. But yes, we're going to focus on the Fred Perry stuff tonight. So there's a little mixture, some short sleeve stuff, some long sleeve options as well. And it might be worth just recapping and then having a little bit of refresher of what is actually on the rails. So first one, I think we'll tackle the polo. So normally I do a lot of the twin tip polo, which is polo base and you get the tipping detail. So it'll be a contrast colour or two contrast colours sometimes, which is great. I've done them all the way through for whatever, 15 years, however long I've been working with Fred Perry. But I also sometimes drop in the M6000, which is this guy. So it's a lot cleaner. All about just the fit, the fabric, but just nice and clean and classic. So this one, as you can see, is in this deep green, and the laurel is in this burgundy, which is, there you go. It looks slightly brighter on camera. It's a deep sort of burgundy. Good evening, Wendy. Good evening, Paul. You're late. It's 17:32. Thank you very much. Where were you? Anyway, back to the polo. So we've got it in deep green. Nice and simple, classic, but a great colour. Put this in with your dark denims, a cool little Harrington jacket over the top, or like a shorter jacket over the top, and you've got the look pretty much going on there. Size-wise, there's only mediums and larges available, so I've just got a few in each. Price-wise, this is 80, yeah. So same price as the twin tip one, but you get a different look in the polo. So I think that's going to go really well. As I say, these only arrived yesterday, so early doors, we'll get some sort of reaction over the weekend. All right, on some classic t-shirts. In fact, I don't think I've done this one for ages. I don't know why, because I used to sell it out all the time. This is the Ringer tee. Beautiful cotton, nice weight, great fit. Reinforced on the cuffs and also on the neckline here, so it's just a really substantial trim. You've got the laurel embroidered in there in the navy, but literally it's the t-shirt that can do anything. That looks great on its own. Equally, you can layer that up and it's the perfect layering piece underneath. I've got two colours in this, so this is the white. I'm going to show you the second colour in a minute. All sizes in this, you've got small, medium, large and XL, all at 45 quid. Cannot go wrong. So the perfect white t-shirt. Now if you've got white t-shirts like many of us have and we don't need to freshen up, second colour, which I forgot to iron, is this burgundy. Now it's not officially called burgundy, I don't think. Oxblood, that's a better way to describe it, isn't it? And I don't do lots of oxblood or that burgundy. It's a colour I love. But in the past, don't get me wrong, it's always sold, but not like the best-selling colour. But I just think that it looks rich, it looks lovely, it gives it a bit more of a premium look, gives it a bit more depth. So you've got this beautiful deep oxblood colour with your laurel in a white. As you can see, it's just embroidered into there. Nice and simple. Sold a couple of these today already, so size-wise, I've got larges and XLs because I sold a couple of mediums today. But we can order this in, I'll probably replace this in the next couple of weeks as well. So don't worry, so same price, 45 quid on that, dead simple. This one I actually covered the other week, but it just kind of sits really well. Again, just another point of difference. Now this is the twin tip t-shirt. So you've got it in this oak colour, the tipping is dark green and brown. So again, it's a point of difference again from the Ringer tee. Nice and simple, but with a touch of detail to it. This is slightly more. This is 50. We've got some larges left, got an XL left in it as well, but another good piece. Right, onto sweatshirts. Again, I've gone back to the green. Let's give it its official colour. Grassroots. So same colour as the polo. So this deep green with the burgundy embroidery into here. But it also appears on the sleeve. So you've got it there, and I think, yeah, it's like a light blue that goes against it. Lovely finish. Loop back. So actually, because it's loop back, normally it tends to be a bit lighter, but this is actually still quite heavy. Nice and simple. Size-wise, medium larges and XLs in this one. This is 90 quid. But for this time of year, perfect. I think, you know, if you stood in a pub or anything like that, or you're just out and about, you've got enough warmth, but I don't think you're going to overheat, which is great. So really strong piece. Actually go sitting alongside the other colourway that we had a couple of weeks back in that chocolate brown and the light blue. So together, yeah, there you go. Merchandise really well. Nice and easy. There we go. Right, so just as a little refresher, if you want stuff like the longer sleeves and the jersey wear, you've also got the quarter zip, which has been doing really well. So the last few of these. If you actually drive past, if you're driving past the store, you'll see it in the window. Always good. The quarter zip, as I've said in many of the episodes, this quarter zip is performed really well all of 2025 really, as a style in its own right. So I've done that across the brands and it's performed in every single brand. So you've got those if you want sweats. If you want a bit more detailing into your polos and you love the twin tips, you've got your classic blues, you've got the browns as well. So you've got the brown within the polo as well as the sweat. So that same colourway, so you've got the brown with the sky blue. So Fred's looking strong at the moment. And more to come in the next few weeks. So that has been what's coming this week. Lovely little freshen up. The shop's looking nice and full. Super happy as we are right now. First week of Feb. Normally, stock levels probably normally a bit lower than this. So to have a good amount on the rails is always good for me. Because as a retailer, the worst thing you can have is sort of kind of gaps in your rails, and there's certainly no gaps in mine at the moment. Everything's going well. So a bit of housekeeping and a bit of additional information at the end. Open all weekend. So as you know, we've been back to normal for the last few weeks now. So Tuesday to Sunday, 10 till 5 tomorrow, 11:4 on Sunday. You've got me both days. However, the downside is on Sunday, you've also got my eldest Noah with me as well. So, you know, you can't have it all. No, yeah, he's ace. He's my best mate. So, yeah, you've also got Noah taking your money. The kid's ruthless. So that is Saturday, Sunday covered. Obviously, you've got a good amount of stuff on the website, room14menswear.co.uk. Now, the new stuff to sort of, I actually mentioned it on stories yesterday. Something else I'm going into, hopefully if I can do it every Friday, that'd be wonderful. It might be every other. Is I'm working with some vintage wholesalers. So the idea being that I'm going to sell through a platform called Whatnot. Now, some of you might be aware of it. Some of you might have never heard of it. Now, it's almost like the polar opposite of my business. So Whatnot is a live streaming site. So it's essentially this, but I'll be selling you things. But the products I'm putting on there are not stuff you can get within the shop. So I've got 15 or 16 vintage Carhartt and Dickies hoodies that I'm going to start at £1. It's like an auction. So you can either, you know, if you're lucky, you win it for £1. More often than not, people run it up and it might go for 10 quid, 15 quid. So if you want some bargain vintage Carhartt or Dickies, and I think there's a couple of Columbia fleeces in there as well, they're all starting at £1. So if you head to whatnot.com, find Room 14, I'm doing my live show at 6:30. So it's basically, as you see it like this now, but I'm going to be going, right, let's go, and you get 30 seconds to buy it. It might work, it might not. I did a couple before Christmas and they did okay, but I want to do them every other week. It won't always be Cart and Dickies, it might be Ralph Lauren one week, it might be Stussy the week after. It's whatever the wholesalers have got available that I think are going to be good condition and going to work really well. So that's going to be interesting. So I've got the shop, I've got Sneaker Laundry, I've got slots available for next week. So there's Room 14, there's Sneaker Laundry, there is the website, there's the pre-love stock that I work with, as you know, and now I'm doing Whatnot. All I've got to do is just win the Euro Millions and I can just sack it all off. That'd be wonderful. But yeah, it's brilliant. I'm just trying different things and I don't think I can do any more than 5. But they're all good fun. It's all working with products that I love. I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it. So yeah, hey, if we can make some money doing it, perfect. So yeah, come and join me on Whatnot at 6:30. Other than that, yeah, we're good. We're done. Fingers crossed. Tomorrow, I read on the Daily Mail today. Today's the 36th straight day we've had some sort of rain. So hopefully tomorrow is the day that we break that. That'd be wonderful. Have a wonderful weekend. It'd be great to see you all. If you are around, please pop in. As I said, there's loads of good stuff to aim at. If not, have a wonderful weekend. Come and join me on Whatnot. If not, I will see you all next week. See you later.